Good evening, Heavenly Parents, to our true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind. Good evening to our CheonBo, Dr. Kitel, Mrs. Kitel, to our regional president, President Masaichi Hori. Good evening, sir. To our vice president, Dr. Julius, Sir Ronnie Sodusta, and to our national leader, Reverend Dr. Leo Angelo Halog, and to our HTM director, Dr. Jaime Vergara and Tita Shirley Vergara, to all of our leaders, CheonBo families, blessed families, brothers and sisters, good evening to you all. I'm John Rhodbert Gregorio, and my wife is Catherine Gregorio. We are the regional pastor of the Family Federation for World Peace and Unification in the National Capital Region. Today, we will present to you our testimony on how we accomplish our responsibility becoming the heavenly treasure. The contents of our testimony is centering on our family history, mission history, CheonBo journey, best practices, and our personal reflection. I will read these words from our true mother. Today, it is not only our own family that is to be saved. Our blessed families have the responsibility for the salvation and liberation, or even their ancestors. Only then can there be hope for the future. Our family history.
My husband, John Rhodbert Gregorio, was born December 16, 1989, from Pulilan, Bulacan, born from Mr. Roberto Paje Gregorio and Mrs. Rodora Santos Gregorio. We received your parents' blessing February 17, 2013.
My wife, Catherine Gregorio, born on February 6, 1987, from San Jose City, Nueva Ecija, born from Bonifacio Prado, and Mrs. Marilu Romero Flores. We received through parents' blessing on February 17, 2013, after the Foundation Day. So from the photos, you can see our family. This is our able tribe. Actually, honestly speaking, it is much more difficult, no, 1,000 times difficult to witness to the able tribe. But we try our best to step by step educate our able tribe to understand the heart of Heavenly Parent, and for them to take responsibility to receive the blessing and to live a life centering on becoming blessed central families. Our mission history.
My husband, John, joined the church on April 6, 2006, under the scholarship program of the World Car Philippines. He was assigned to become Santa Mesa Center members and take his college studies in Elorio Amang Rodriguez Institute of Science and Technology, taking up a Bachelor of Science in Industrial Psychology. From 2007 to 2012, he became a student full-time and joined many MFT supporting Car Providence in Manila. In 2008, he was appointed as CARP Iris Center leader and CARP president in Manila at the same time. John led many university CARP activities that contributed in building the Parents Foundation in Manila. In 2015, John was assigned as CARP Alumni Center leader in Mandaluyong City, and from 2015 to 2018, he served as member of the board of directors of CARP in the Philippines. In 2019, John was transferred from CARP Mission to HTM Mission, becoming cluster leader of Bulacan, Mandaluyong City, Pasig City, and Makati City, leading series of interfaith peace blessing in the cluster. Then finally, in November 2, 2020, he was appointed as the regional leader and pastor of the FFWPU National Capital Region.
My wife Kathy joined the church on April 19, 2005. She became student full-time member at Santa Mesa Center from 2005 to 2009. After her graduation in college, Kathy went to America to join the International Missionary Department to support the National Providence. In 2010, Kathy transferred to ILTP America. During that time, she became MFT captain, assisting young brothers and sisters. Kathy returned to the Philippines and was assigned to many missions and responsibilities in the National Witnessing Team, National Fundraising Team, and eventually as CARP Secretary General. In 2015, Kathy was called to support BFD as Secretary and focus on second-gen follow-up. She received the Holy Blessing on February 17, 2013, and married to John Gregorio, to me, with two adorable children, Tehan and Sejong. So these are the photos of my wife mission in America as well as in the Philippines as part of the national MFT. So our CheonBo journey. So I will read this significance of CheonBo. Whatever our personal opinion, our lives have been a calling from heaven. This is the path that others dare not to go through, a course that is misunderstood and persecuted, a path of absolute faith that goes beyond logic, and a mission that transcends limits. The life of blessed families is different from majority of typical families on earth. On behalf of all mankind, blessed families have the responsibility to go through the course at the top of the completion stage, being the central figures of this era, attending through parents, and becoming heavenly tribal messiah representing their ancestors and tribe. Through the guidance and blessing of true parents, blessed families have been the pillars for the construction and settlement of CheonBo. Whether we want it or not, whether the world is aware of it or not, we are people called upon by Heavenly Parent. If we didn't receive any calling from heaven, we would have just enjoyed our normal, joyful lives as ordinary believers. However, just like Abraham, Heavenly Parents called upon us and blessed us with hope to multiply, prosper like the countless stars in the sky. So as the life of blessed families, no, we really endured so much, and all of these sacrifices, all of these hard works that we have gone through is really offering to God and through parents. All of the inspirations that we received is because we have the model already that together living us on this earth, no, seeing the physical features of God, of our heavenly parents, our true parents really paved the way for all of the blessed central families to become CheonBo. And becoming CheonBo is not just for selected people. Becoming CheonBo is really for all people to really follow the path of blessed, becoming blessed central families, and eventually fulfilling the responsibility of becoming heavenly treasure.
Many of our ancestors fought so we could have the opportunities we have today. Let us appreciate them for the sacrifices they made for us.
So one of our strategy in our tribe is to have the ancestors first policy. So during the time that we are starting our journey to become CheonBo, every time that we receive some money, some gratitude, we always prioritize the liberation and blessing of our ancestors. And actually this our journey of becoming CheonBo and fulfilling our vertical HTM is not an easy path. But because of the help of many elders that we really owe to them so much, we will not mention the names of those elders, but our gratitude to them is really overflowing love. And we sincerely thank them for supporting us. They know that both of us are a full-time church worker, and we don't have the capacity to really uh, accomplish the vertical of our tribe. But because of the heart of all of our elders really supporting us, we eventually accomplish everything. And because of my wife is really a good manager. No, she is the finance officer of our family. Really, we accomplish our journey, and we really bless our 430 couples, our ancestors, no, in the spirit world. So we are very thankful for this opportunity that heavenly parents and true parents given us this authority to bless our ancestors.
Loving your homeland is just as natural as loving your father or mother. After all, your country nourishes you, protects you, and in many ways makes you who you are. Just as it's a virtue to honor your parents, it's a good and admirable thing to honor the land you call home.
So one of our main point during our journey to Chonbo is returning to original homeland. So we would like to advise to the upcoming Chonbo, no, those who are applying for Chonbo, that really return to your homeland, to your provinces, and to really fulfill your Chonbo journey, because uh, restoring your homeland is really paying respect to all of the ancestors, no, who really sacrifice so much uh, for you to be able to become Chonbo candidate. That's why when we are given opportunity to do HTM, no, uh, we are assigned in Metro Manila, but also we have given responsibility to do our HTM in Bulacan, no, leading our cluster as HTM in the province of Bulacan. And we are very grateful that our HTM director, Tita Shirley, given us this opportunity. And through this, we help many HTM candidate to fulfill their chonbo. And because of that, we believe that Heavenly Parents allow us to really fulfill our 430 couples by helping other chonbo as well to become victorious Heavenly Tribal Messiah.
Revelation 7:9, the great multitude in white robes. After this I looked, and there before me was a great multitude that no one could count, from every nation, tribe, people, and language, standing before the throne and before the Lamb. They were wearing white robes and were holding palm branches in their hands.
So Chonbo helping Chonbo. This is another one of our strategies. When we started doing our Chonbo journey, we did not do it alone, no? We cannot do it alone. Everybody should have a counterpart, no, doing their Chonbo journey. So Chonbo helping Chonbo is really our way of fulfilling our heaven's responsibility. Uh, we have accomplished many HTM tribe in Bulacan, and because of that, we bring a substantial result in terms of the interfaith peace blessing, no, in our province. But also we are setting up the internal foundation of this blessing that we have throughout our journey from 2019 to 2021. We do the blessing from many areas in Bulacan. Even in times of pandemic, we have interfaith peace blessing, a small scale blessing. And because of that, we believe that we are protected by heaven. Even single staff from our team never caught COVID-19. So that's why we believe that this blessing really a blessing to other people, no? understanding the heart of heaven. And we are very and proud to say that we help and we fulfill the HTM tribes of many Japanese partners and local partners as well. So that's why we are returning everything to heaven, no? That heavenly parents and true parents are really guiding us and supporting us to fulfill our journey to become CheonBo.
Raising up 43 couples, education, relationship, life testimonies.
So our raising up 43 couples, we center this on education, giving lectures to all of our HTM coordinators. And number two is building relationship, no? Especially not just to your couple, but also to the existing cane government in your area. No, and also life testimonies. Every time that we have the activity, we share our life, what we do in the front line. That's why all of our HTM coordinators, they know our life story. They know what we have gone through becoming members of the unification movement. And they are very inspired. They want to duplicate, they want to replicate what we have done as becoming Blessed Central Family. As you can see in the photos, we also include our children, no? During our HTM activities. My son is here, no, even though it's very late at night, we travel to house follow-up for our tribe, and also giving 3 days ceremony lecture to our HTM. And through that, our family really feels so blessed. And we really feel the heart of Heavenly Parents, how Heavenly Parents guided us to really become victorious on this HTM mission.
Gregorio HTM strategies. One, ancestors first, to returning to original homeland. Three, CheonBo, helping CheonBo for education, relationship, life testimonies.
So these are the strategies that we have in our HTM activities. No, very few, but centering on this strategy that we have, we can guarantee that we can really fulfill the internal aspect of becoming CheonBo, as well as the external aspect of becoming Heavenly Tribal Messiah, educating the families to becoming blessed central families, and center their life centering on God and Heavenly Parents and true parents. So on October 10, 2021, with the grace of heaven, no, with the grace and with the guidance from our direct central figure, no, our national leader, that really push us to really fulfill this journey, together with Ate Dulce, no, really guiding us and helping us, and to all of our elders that really support us. Our Ate Paps really push us and give us some strategy to fulfill our Seanbo journey. And we are very grateful to Heavenly Parents and True Parents for really understanding our heart, how we could serve in the front line, and how we could really bring our people closer to our Heavenly Parents and our true parents.
If we realize the principle and if we genuinely understand Heavenly Parents' wish, then we will automatically live a life different from before.
So with this, we really need to understand the genuine heart of our Heavenly Parents, no? And we need to live our life from different from before. As Chonbo family, no, we are given responsibility to support all of our blessed gentle families who needs to become Chonbo. No, becoming Chonbo is not the final stage of our attendance, but becoming Chonbo, this is the starting point wherein we understand the real heart of heaven, and wherein we are connected with a direct dominion from Heavenly Parents and True Parents. That's why me and my wife really dedicate our time and effort to support all of our blessed central families in our region, to really guide them and support them, no, how they could really become chonbo, and how they could understand the responsibility that given to us by heaven. So with this, my reflection personally, that when we do our HTM activities in our hometown, really the external environment also preparing itself. We do the internal aspect of mobilizing people, and then heaven really do the external aspect. Honestly speaking, in Bulacan, we are expecting to have the new international airport in our province. And I believe that when True Mother come to the Philippines, visit our country, she will no more land in Manila, but she will land in the new international airport in Bulacan. So that's why we are preparing the province of Bulacan to become Chon Bulacan, no? And we are praying to heaven that this victory will spread out throughout the nation, and we could really bring Chonolgu to our nation, Philippines, to support the unification of our fatherland.
Yes, and my reflection, the greatest secret is loving your family, loving your son, loving your daughter, and it will multiply into our tribe, to our nation, and to the world. And the greatest is also going to the front line, going to the field.
And with that, let us bring the greatest victory for this year towards the Vision 2027. Thank you very
Very
much.
much.
Kamsahamnida.